anything, anywhere, whatever he is written, his only purpose is to establish Ram. And what kind of Ram? Sagun Ram, not Nirgun Ram. And more than Ram, name of Ram. Amurt means invisible. When the invisible essence became visible, then it is called Murti. So Murti is human beings, not the statue. Have you become that? Then only you will know. If you have not become Hanuman, you will not know what is Hanuman. You make your heart like that mirror where you are seeing all this, how the Brahma is moving. Guru Parataram Tattvam Nasti Tasmai Sri Guruve Namah. What we say to ourselves, that you are Tattva, Tattvamasi. But what we say about the Guru, beyond Tattva he is. Guru Parataram Tattvam Nasti. Even thou are not beyond that. So you are in that and you are still, and then you are seeing how this Brahma is moving. So Sri Guru Charan Saroj Raj Nij Man Mukur Sudhari.
Shri Guru Charan Saroj Raj Nij Man Mukur Sudhari. Baran aur khuvar bimal yash jo dayak bhalachar buddhihin tanu janikai sumiro pavan kumar bala buddhi vidya देह मोहि हरहु कलेश विकार जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीसति लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन बरन बिराज सुबेशा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा बिराजे कांधे मूंज जनेऊ सांजे शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया राम लक्ष्मण जानकी जय बोलो हनुमान की राम लक्ष्मण जानकी जय बोलो हनुमान की सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के काज संवारे लाय संजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुवीर हर्षि उर लाए रघुपति कीनी बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरत सम भाई सहस्र वदन सुमरो यश गावे अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद शारद सहित अहिस यम कुबेर दिक्पाल जगाते कवि कोविद कहि सके कहाते तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीना राम मिलाय राजपद दीना राम लक्ष्मण जानकी जय बोलो हनुमान की राम लक्ष्मण जानकी जय बोलो हनुमान की.
See, when we talk about any of the scriptures, what we should look for first? Who has written it? What were his or her spiritual attainments? What is the purpose for which it has been written? And what has been written? So what has been written is the last thing. But people forget all this, which is necessary. So even if you look at Hanuman Chalisa, so we see what was the Tulsidas. Tulsidas was Ram Bhakt. And how is his Ram? What is he saying about Ram? Anything, anywhere, whatever he is written, his only purpose is to establish Ram. And what kind of Ram? Sagun Ram, not Nirgun Ram. And more than Ram, name of Ram. That is how he is. If you look all his creativity, what he has written, Ramcharitmanas, Binay Patrika, Kavitavali, Dohavali, Hanuman Bahu, Hanuman Chalisa, everywhere he has only single focus, that I have to establish Sagun Ram. That means in the form, not Nirgun. And more than that, his name, because he says both it connects Sagun and Nirgun. Sagun means with form and Nirgun means without form, Nirakar. So what connects it is a name, the word. Otherwise, if you have to call somebody Sagun, you call him by name. And if you are describing things, attributes which have no names, like we say he is infinite. Now no attribute, but we have to use the word infinite. Again Anantam. So again word is needed. So placing the name above everything. That is how the Tulsidas. So when Tulsidas is doing something, one has to be careful that what view he is creating, what kind of vision he is creating, with what purpose. So where is he? Look at the beginning. He said, why when he is talking about Hanuman, why he is beginning with the Guru? Siri Guru Charan Saroj Raj निज मन मुकुर सुधारी वर्णव रघुबर विशद यस जो दायक फलिचार. नोवेयर हनुमान. श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मन मुकुर सुधारी वर्णव रघुबर विशद यस. रघुबर means Ram, not Hanuman. विशद यस जो दायक फलिचार. So if you are establishing somebody, if you are establishing Hanuman, then first you will sing Gaga about Hanuman. No, but he is not doing that. Because this is not his purpose. All the characters which he has created, they all are to establish the primary character, that is the Ram. If Bharat is there, then he is like Ram. See, they are like, even people may forget who is who. They are so close to one another. Bharat Ram hi ki anuhari sahisa lakh na sake nar nari. That Bharat is like, so much like Ram, that if people look at them, suddenly they cannot figure out who is who. So what he is describing, any character he is describing, he is making it somewhere closer to Ram. That this is also supporting character as we have in drama. So anybody else he is forming, he is showing some attribute of that person and said then he is devoted to Ram. So that is how it should be seen. So otherwise what happens is, that is what the ritualism begins. Because the melee in which Tulsidas was writing, Remember that kind of society. What was the society at that time? Society was widely divided. One part was made of pandits who knew Sanskrit and they relished only in Sanskrit because they thought others cannot grasp, and to certain extent rightly so. But that is not where your role ends. You need to educate others and give them that, not by sitting that no, they can't understand Sanskrit, so we can't tell them. Your role is to make them understand them. Teach them Sanskrit if you consider it so great. So there comes a Tulsidas who was very well versed in Sanskrit. So much so that it was difficult for him to write in Hindi. Because every time his language is like that, he start writing, he'll write in Sanskrit. And then he will say, this is not what I have to do. And then again he will reduce his bar, lower his bar and come to the language that he can describe. So that time this was the kind of society. So in that Neeli, the multiplicity of gods. Somebody was worshipping this god, somebody was worshipping that god, because ritualism has begun. Society was gripped by what you call andhavishwas. They were not going for tattva gyan. They were people, they have made the dharma business, that do this ritual and pay this much amount here and keep moving, so you will get the moksham and all. So it was hard time for Tulsidas, because he was an enlightened person who wanted welfare of the society. So he saw in his vision what all he can do. So he looked at the family, that family is a unit. If I put family values in the society, then at least some sense love will flourish in some place in family. People will start looking at values as they really are. So we see the Ramayana, whole Ramcharitmanas, what is how ideally they have put the relationship between brothers. That everybody here, even now, people are fighting for property. That time they are throwing property on each other. The Bharata has been given the whole property, but says it doesn't belong to me, it's yours. I cannot take it. So that much was the virtue shown, that family should be like that. Brothers should not be fighting for property. And so whosoever is elder, if they are keeping that virtue, so then others, younger ones, when they feel protected, they will not do all this. So Tulsidas is doing so many works. Now, how to communicate to people? Because forget at those times, even now when we say in Sahaj Smriti Yog that please move on, these are all forms, don't fall for all these, otherwise you will make a murti of Hanuman and start worshipping tomorrow. If I start explaining Hanuman Chalisa, then I will be putting you on the wrong path. So do not see for its beauty, that's all, what virtues it has being expoliated. Don't look that there is somebody Hanuman and you are going to worship and he is going to give you something. Nonsense, nothing like this. So all thing what is being told, then when say this, no, the people will pounce upon me. That you are saying such thing, then if you have not created something new and you are destroying the old thing, old scaffold, then what will happen to people? So even look at when now I have to think twice before saying something, what would have been the lot of the Tulsidas at that time. Pandit used to discard him, run away from here. He says, Mang ke khaivo masiti ko soivo, that I beg, that is what my eating is, and I have to sleep somewhere, which is masjid, means masjid. So he is not saying that I always slept in some mandir. Wherever he is finding place, that is how he lived his life. Then only he could create such marvelous peace that which is still remembered and will be remembered forever. But having said that, we are living human beings. We cannot understand well something which is not seeable. So we came the form. But Murti word comes from the opposite of Amurt. Amurt means invisible. When the invisible essence became visible, then it is called Murti. So Murti is human beings, not the statue. So people are doing this out of ignorance, that they make a statue and they start worshipping that. That is not the right order. For beginner it is okay. Then you are not, mind is not settling anywhere. So it is not that I am saying no, it should not be done. What I am saying, if you have evolved beyond that, then you should not again and again go to that level. You are meant to evolve. Because anyway, in Murti, who is doing Prana Pratishtha? It is some human being who has done it, attained it. So some part he imparts to that, and others keep doing that. Go for that here some power is there. So he is beginning, all these things must be known first before we, otherwise they are without knowing. I say one thing, you understand from your level another thing. So that should be very clear that what for that person has, first know that person, what was his lot. Nobody is doing that. They just read something and say, oh, this is what written, I will do this. Not knowing at all what for it has, what was his person's problem, what problem he solved, what was the way he is looking at things. So he established human values, family values, and oneness. And what is his whole Ramcharitmanas? Last mein he writes what? Premambu Puram, that full with love. If you become full with love, then these human beings will not suffer the kind of things they suffer in life. That is his gist, which we in Sahaj Smriti Yog we say first level. Love, then you go to the Dharma, then Satya, then you go to the non-violence, Ahimsa, and then ultimately Sanatan we say. So that is beginning of humanity. That's because he say at least you become human. That is the whole Ramcharitmanas, that you become. And so he is, any character which he is creating in mind that look, this is how you should be, attributes. Sri Guru Charan Saroj Raj. Then he says, like Sri, every word has a very deep meaning. Sri means what? Sri has so many meanings. Now, which meaning you will take? You just read Sri Guru Charan Raj. So you say it is applied to the Guru. Sri Guru, he is saying. Oh, very honorable Guru. Okay. Not that, it is not correct. Okay. But Sri itself has its meaning, no? Sri itself can be a Guru. Then what is so every word ultimately, if you keep deciphering its meaning, it dissolves and some essence is left. It's no work. Work is over. So you get only essence. But if I start saying that, then you will get lost and will not get anything. So I take some meanings, but please do not consider that these are the only meanings. Another place and time you sit, I can tell you another meaning. So this earth, they say, no, that's how words are like that. We say, tell me the meaning of this word. You will tell another word only, no? So how it becomes meaning? Because you are, you get rus. When word I change from one to another, say, this matches the story. This must be it. So for some time you stay with that, considering its earth. And after some time you say, this is also a word. Where is the rasa in it? So you look for another. That is how things are created. That is how new books come. That is how new poetry comes. Otherwise, old. Somebody relish, no, I want that old lifestyle, old poetry. People are still living in 70s poetry. Some say, no, we want haiku, two-line poetry, because my sense is like that only. This gives me more meaning because I can retain only this much. I cannot retain long in stanza. So for enjoying that also, you have to have that stamina also. For anything, you want to eat so much, but there is no intestine to digest it. So it will be counterproductive. So people choose accordingly. So all these things must be known before doing. Then you enjoy it, but do not consider that will give you some divinity or something will happen with this. No, this is not it. So divinity only is within you. Then if you go according to that, how you become. Because any form, these are which they have created, first they will create attributes. And then after creating such, you uphold them. Have you become that? Then only you will know. If you have not become Hanuman, you will not know what is Hanuman. You only, why you, some attributes you tell that you say, this is like this. Where is that? Who is having those attributes? Have you seen that person? No, nobody will say such things. So, because it is if you have seen in your mind, it is your own making. He says Suri Guru Charan Saroj Raj, because he has seen the Guru in the physical form like you and I. He says at least here I can verify what is the truth. So if I am going somewhere and some path, I am struggling somewhere on the stairs, then if there is some person, he'll tell, no, come, this is the next stair, this is the next one. So that is how it goes. So Sri Guru Charan Saroj Raj. Charan means there are so many again meanings. Charan means the way it walks. So what is walking? Ultimate walking in spiritual sense is called Brahma. That alone walks. Everybody is walking with that. See, like that we are all, earth is moving, we all are moving because earth is moving. In greater sense. Like that, if Brahma is moving, then only we are moving in the real rhythm. Otherwise, whatever we are doing in our folly, anytime anything can happen. This is very imaginable situation I am telling. I am not telling something which cannot be imagined by human. One asteroid or something falls over. Possibility is there. No, I am saying this is not, the big things are there, bigger than you are there. In that you think my movements is bigger without knowing it, how it really is, then it is foolishness only. So if your movement has not become like Brahma, then there is no charana, there is no walking. If you are walking like Brahma, that is called brahmacharya, not celibacy, that you don't indulge in something and you call this is brahmacharya. What is this? So many people can stay like that. So that is troubling your body. It's not brahmacharya. Brahmacharya is this. Are you walking like Brahma? The Brahma is your rhythm one with the Brahman. And that is what the saints realize. Joi joi pinde soi brahmande. What is pinda means body. Same is composed of Brahmand also. So are you in that rhythm? Then only you are walking. So he says Sri Guru Charana Saroj Raj. It is like the Shri means all the Sampatti. Shri ultimately means whom you consider ultimate, his or her attributes. What are his or her powers, qualities, kalas, various names we give. So we say like, because the vocabulary only which can make some sense I can tell. Like if you say Vishnu, then Sri means Lakshmi. In the Vishnu sense, that he considered that these are my attributes. If you say you are follower, you say you go the Shiva way. Shiva way means going, you consider yourself zero, that I am nothing. Then Parvati is her Shri, is Sri, because she is all. Even Shiva, visible Shiva is Parvati, because he considers himself nothing. So nothing has nothing. So Sri means attributes. All the attributes which are possible in that whom you have considered your ultimate deity. So Sri Guru Charan Saroj Raj. Now what is this Saroj? Again so many meanings. Simple meaning is lotus. Okay. Saroj Raj. So where is this Raja in the Saroj? Where are these pollens and all? What happens this? Saroj Raj Nij Man Mukur Sudhar. He says in your mind, Mukur has two meaning. Mukur means mirror, Darpan. Mukur means something else also. How it Uru, the two words is make Mukha Uru. When your mind has become silent and it goes in your heart, then it is called Mukur. Because Mano Hridi Nruddh, that is Krishna's sentence. If when your mind goes inside your heart and it is stable there, not wavering at all, which we in yoga paddhati we call it anahata chakra, that where it is not perturbed by anything, nothing can make it move. So he says when your mind has become like that mirror which is unwavering, still, that means it has gone beyond Brahma. Brahma is moving into it. It is not moving with the Brahma here. So that is Guru. That all this is going into the Guru. So he is beginning. Sri Guru Charan Saroj Raj Nij Man Mukur Sudhari. You make your heart like that mirror where you are seeing all this, how the Brahma is moving. How will you see the Brahma is moving? When you have become one with the Guru, in whom this Brahma is staying. How we are saying? Guru Parataram Tattvam Nasti Tasmai Sri Guruve Namah. What we say to ourselves? That you are Tattva. Tattvamasi. But what we say about the Guru? Beyond Tattva he is. Guru Partaram Tattvam Nasti. Even thou are not beyond that. So you are in that and you are still, and then you are seeing how this Brahma is moving. So Sri Guru Charan Saroj Raj Nij Man Mukur Sudhari. Now you have established that mirror clearly, that what is happening in the Brahma by establishing that. So these are not very simple. What the poets have written, they are realized masters. They have filled everything whole. What they have written, in every word that whole is there. In single word, whole of the scripture is possible to explain. That is how the ekak akshar punsa mahapatak nashkam, as we say, that only one akshar. Like we say, no, all this is can be put back into a single syllable we call Om. So when everything is coming from that, then why not every word will be possible? It will be possible to pull the whole scripture in single word. It's possible because you make mirror. Which lens you take from you see that way only. So he is saying like that. If you have Sri Guru Charan Saroj, now you come to the material. See, this is how it is seen. Now you see that Sri Guru Charan Saroj, like the lotus you have made. What is the lotus purpose? It is always in filth, but it is never touched by filth. It is still flowers. Well, you see anywhere it is there. More the slush, better the flowering. It is like that, but natural slush. So he says you have become like that, that you are untouched by the world. Sri Guru Charan Saroj Raj Nijman Mukur Sudhari. Like that, Sudhar means to make it regulate. Sudhari means, Sudha means nectar. Sudha means nectar. So that means that Amritam, have you got that? Sudha doesn't mean only correct it. So many meanings every word have, which from where you are seeing it. Nij man mukur sudhari. Apne mind ko that way you have make it like Sudha, Amrit. So in first stanza only you have become immortal. This is your journey, this much. Now you have become immortal. Nij man mukur sudhari. Baranam Raghuvar Vishadayas. Sri Guru Charan Saroj Raj Nij Man Mukur Sudhari Baranam Raghuvar Vishadayas Jodayak Falchari. So he said, now what will I do? Raghuvar, because that is where his mind is, Tulsidas' mind is. He is made himself devotee of Ram. That is his. There's nothing beyond that. So what is Ram for him? Because it is not a small thing. So here in Sahaj Smriti Yog we say that there are 9 stages. 8 are very clear, 9th is, there are 10 in fact, but okay, to be mixed. So we say there are 4 are everywhere described, which we say Arth, Artharthi, Jigyashu, Jnani. Then Sadhak, then Siddh, then Ist, then Bhakt, and then Shishya. That's all. So these stages are there. So he is saying if you have become like this. So if you have become like this, first stanza, Sri Guru Charan Saroj Raj Nijman Mukur Sudhari. Now you have become at peace with the world, where the whole existence you can see how it is moving. Then only you can describe Varnam Raghubar Vishadayas Jodayak Falachari. Before that, if you describe when you are not seeing, you will describe what you will see. If you are not seeing clearly, you have not reached to the top from where view is clear as it is. Then before that, only 2 stairs up you have gone, and from there you are describing. Then people get confused who are sitting on the 3rd or 4th stairs. They say, why you are saying this is half truth? Why you are not telling the complete truth? So he is saying that when you have become like that, then what will you do? Varna, now I have reached there, now I am describing. So Varna means these letters also. Varna is the Varnamala. So Varna Raghuvar Vishadayas, that means these all Varnas are what other than the glory of the divine they are singing. What are they meant for? That is also one meaning of it. Varnau Raghuvar Vishadit. All these varnas are nothing but the tools for describing the glory of the Raghunath. Jo Dayak Falichar, which gives you four fruits. Artha Dharma Kam Moksha, that is what he meant, because these were the very basic ideals followed by humanity at that point of time. Still people are going for that only, but we have moved. So he's saying that if we do this, why will this give? Because you have become wise. When you have attained the real knowledge, and then still you have reached to that stage where you have become devotee. So, but his ist is Ram. So for Hanuman, what is he saying? Hanuman, he is saying कि जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा होए सिद्धि साखी गौरी सा. So he will become Siddha, not beyond that. He will become Siddha. So he is describing, because he has to establish Ram as the highest. So he cannot say Hanuman is the highest. So he has to put back on trail that you are here. Though I have said Vidyavan, Guniyatu Chatur, Ram Kaj Karbe Ko Atur, Prucharit Sunve Ko Rasiya. Everywhere when he says people will go wrong, mention Vidyavan, Guniyati Chatur. You are bilkul well versed, everything. प्रभुचरित्र सुनबे को रसिया विद्यावान गुनी अति चातुर राम काज करबे को आतुर. यू आर वाइज, बट फॉर व्हाट? राम काज के लिए, नॉट फॉर योर वर्क. You are for this. So everywhere he is putting that him on line also, that people do not start taking him, because I have seen Kathavachaks all the day, oh what is Ram, this one, everything. So that all is Hanuman. So at some point it is correct, but not beyond that, not in absolute sense. Because these days also, if somebody is serving you, you sing his glory. Even Ram, towards Ram also he is saying Tulsidas same thing, that he is always loving Dasa, those who is devoted to him. He is considering them that कि मोह सेवक सम प्रिय को नाही. He says, पुनि पुनि सत्य कहूँ तो पाही, मुँह सेवक सम प्रिय को नाही. I am saying again and again truth to you, there is nobody dear to me than my servants, those who are serving me. So this is Ram saying. So that holds everywhere, but we have to see from the right angle. So that is how anything, if we want to, then you can describe all the attributes. Then after knowing its purpose and its line and length, then you can sing glory, because what we say, Bhakti Bhakti Bhagavan to Guru Chatusnam Bapu Ek. The devotee, the devotion and the ist for whom he is worshipping, all four are, and Guru, all four are one only, they are not different. So if you are telling the attributes of ist, which is the attributes of devotee also, where is the difference? So, but where is the difference? I am posing this as a question, I am not giving this an answer. Where is the difference? You make difference. How you make? You assume somebody Guru. There is no person called Guru in this world. Never was and never will be. You go and somebody, you say, I see this as this. So the difference arises. Why? Because this is how the order is. Otherwise you will not get anything. You will be mired like into words, thinking, oh, I will worship Hanuman, tomorrow I will worship Ram. Because you are not going in a straight direction as it should be. So you keep moving helter-skelter. But if you know exactly how it is, what for it is, then you start enjoying. Like in a family, you have all the members, but there is head of the family. So you give some different kind of respect to that person. Why? Because so that the whole family moves in coherent manner. Same way, when we are knowing the order correctly, then if we praise somebody, do something, then we know that this is in the purpose for doing this, not for some other purpose, not considering giving undue respect or undue response. So that is how it should be seen. Now if once this has been established, then they are describing everything good, how a devotee should be, because Hanuman is considered perfect in very many things. So if you see from any angle, from Ramcharitmanas you take his attributes, from Hanuman Chalisa you take Hanuman Bahuk, everywhere you will find the same thing. That how he is executing things. So Ram, because he is fully devoted to Ram. He doesn't know any, he said, no, I don't exist, only Ram exists. I have no, now which Hanuman you will worship? There goes a story that he one day was sitting and he wrote a Ramayana, which is called Hanuman Natika. Because it was his own experience. What is a big deal? 10 times you have done the same thing, you can write how it happened. Not this time you remember, next time you will remember. So many times he is there. So he just wrote that for his own enjoyment, remembrance. But reading that, Valmiki said, no, what will happen to my Ramayana? Nobody will read it. It is coming authentic from the horse's mouth. So it is useless. Then he said, no, I write for my enjoyment only. I just remembering. You need Ramayana, I don't. मेरे लिए तो राम ही है सब कुछ. So then he just tore it off. So that much he is unity he has. That if such a CEO is there who is so identified with his cause, his company or his boss, then company will definitely progress. So now if you see from that angle, that how the Hanuman as a devoted person, he is known for devotion. So the attributes how a devotee should be, and that is what should be taken from Hanuman Chalisa and not some worship of Hanuman. You take, because the word meaning of Hanuman, so many meanings are there. Hanuman, how the story goes, is Hanuman called this chin. So he was thrown a Vajra by the Indra, he was just struck by it. So Hanu means that, Man. Man means Ahankar, ego. So somebody who kills the ego. So he has killed his ego fully. So that is also a Hanuman. The one who has killed one's ego is Hanuman. Man, who needs man? Man means honor. He said, I don't need it. I am a servant, I will stay like a servant, that is good. So that is the meaning of Hanuman. From the same root comes this Bajrang. He is called Bajrangbali also. That is a upabhrans. That is Bajrang. Bajra, like the same Bajra which hit his Hanu. Bajrang, like that thunderbolt. That kind of ang. Your body is like that. Bajrang. So Bajrangi, that is Bajrangi, that became like that. So Hanuman Bikram Bajrangi becomes. He is so valorous and his body is like that. So people said, how to make my body like that? That is the idea taken, that one should body, if you are a servant, your body should be solid. So anytime you are called for service, you can serve. If your own body is asking for the rest, how will you serve? So any attribute of Hanuman you see, they are attributes of a perfect servant. And who is a CEO? Perfect servant. That how to serve company. What is company? We said Sang. Company means Sang. You add it to the Satsang, Sat's company. The truth. Who is truth? Whom you consider truth. That is truth. You are truth. If you go to the Guru, he will say only one thing, that you are the truth. Because he sees you like that. Now you say, but I do not see like that. That is why you go. So again you come to Sri Guru Charan Saroj Raj Nij Manam Mukur Sudhari. You make yourself mirror and see. You will also become like that. Because that is the purpose of being. So all the scriptures have been written for human beings' evolution, that you evolve and see the picture. That is what people are doing mostly. They will make a statue of, oh, Guruji told so good about Hanumanji, let me install a murti. You have done just the opposite. So one has to be careful. You are telling attributes of your own. You can be only one. You choose one and you just keep moving. If you choose 10, you will be a very divided person. So Sri Guru Charan Saroj Raj Nij Man Mukur Sudhari Varanau Raghuvar Vimal Jash. Yash kaisa hai? Vimal hai. That means it has no malice. It is not tainted. Kalank Rahit. There is no taint. Now look at these days books people write, they point finger about on Ram also, as if they know what really happened, how it really happened. They attack. If you say this, oh, how he treated Sita, do you know? Were you present there? What really happened? Did Sita put a complaint before you that as I was wronged somewhere? Nothing of this. Just because it is easy, if something is famous, throw a stone on it, you also get some fame. So, if you do not know somebody, then you say, no, I am talking about the content of the book. Then become a critic and do your thing, that is fine, but don't play with the astha of people. If you are saying, no, I am talking about a book which X as so and so has written, not as a religious text, that is the matter of, because if you are looking at the same thing spiritually, that is entirely different thing. That is somebody's astha's question. You can't question somebody's astha anyway. Wherever one has devotion, we don't know, because our this Indic wisdom says that Ishavashyamidam sarvam et kinch jagatyam jagat. So what is saying, every particle is full with divinity. If I consider X particle as divine, you can't question my astha, because your vision says like that every sarvam khalvidam brahmam, Shankar says, this is considered great. Why? Because everybody who went through his literature, he said, he has described it truly. Things are like that. If you are able, you consider somebody great, and Mahan is what word? What is the word meaning of? Any word you take, it will ultimately, when it opens up, it becomes nothing. That's what I am saying. So problem is what meaning you will take. So for enjoyment you take, if you are taking it for understanding, then you have to go to the Guru, because he only will tell you that after this, you first stairs, this is the meaning, you come to the second stairs, and this is the meaning, and then you experiment. So if any scripture you are reading, it is an experiment, please experiment on it. What is there, is that happening in your life? Then only it is either, what is the point? You say, no, that is true, but it is not happening. Why? What is of what use that is to you, if it is not true? But if you find a novel that this is true for you, then this is your truth. You can move up. So this is how it should be seen, that he is saying verily about a human being, that you are a human being, there is another human being from whom Tulsidas have learned something, Tulsidas has imbibed something. Even Ramcharitmanas, he is beginning with Bandam Guru Padapadam Paraga Suruch Subhasar Sanuraga. That is the first chopai of the Ramcharitmanas, Bandam Guru Pad. Same what he is saying Hanuman. So he is not wavering. But if others get fooled, then what is his mistake? He is saying his own thing all the time, everywhere, but people take according to their mirror or their lens they are seeing. That is what he says, Jaki rahi bhavana jaisi, Prabhu murati dekhi tin taisi. And the kind of you had eyes or bhavana, accordingly Ram is same, but 10 people are seeing 10 different ways, because their bhav is like that. Somebody says, छोटा बच्चा है, somebody says, ये तो बहुत दुष्ट है, ये तो किसी को भी पीट देगा. So different people are seeing different ways. Who are seeing that? Because उनके अंदर दुष्टता है, तो उनको वही दिखाई दे रहा. They have that wickedness, so they are seeing wicked. If they have compassion, so they are seeing as compassion. They have love, they are seeing that way. So what is you have become, accordingly only you will see the world. Your wisdom alone will be your mirror or your lens. So here he is very clearly saying that if you have become like this, Sri Guru Charan, this is method also. As we say, no, avastha, vyavastha, vyaktitva, and krititva. All four have to be rolled into one. What is your avastha means? What is your spiritual realization, state of being? Now vyavastha means then how it is flowing down, how it is coming into execution. Then what is vyaktit means how is it being expressed? Then what has been created, like Ramcharitmanas or something, or some organization or something, or some people or some group. So what is all these things have happened? They are for us to realize one, there is no difference between all four, because he is not seeing the world at all the way it is not. He is seeing the world the way it really is. So there is nothing. They say if you have found out, you have reached to that stage where this whole universe you find, know within yourself, and then within yourself you know the movement, how it is moving. So that kind of mirroring when happens, and how it happens, he is telling the technique. Sri Guru Charan Saroj Raj Nij Man Mukur Sudhari. With the, now we come to the physical part. How? Spiritually it is like this. Then you have to find somebody who is the Guru. Then your devotion, when it becomes real, then only it will settle in your heart. Until then it will not settle. Now when somebody says this, people think that he is telling about himself, that come and do to me. That is the most foolish thing people think. Because if somebody is realized, he has nothing to do with anyone. We don't exist in the world. Only by compassion, if he has seen somebody once, that is his compassion. We don't exist. We don't give ourselves too much weight. That is compassion that we have been looked at. Otherwise, what is his purpose? Nothing. So, Sri Guru Charan Saroj Raj Nij Man Mukur Sudhar. If we have become like that, our mind has become that peaceful, like a mirror, it starts mirroring. Then Varnam Raghubar Vishadyas. Now, whose Yash we will sing? Tulsi sings Ram's glory because his Ishtadeva is Ram. So, rightly he is doing that. Yes and no, we will always start doing that. No, if he is your Ishta, then you meet him and go to him. It's your choice. Jodayak Falichar, then he said this is the result. If you do it like this, then people should, if they are doing it, my suggestion is very clear that if it is happening with you, that you have made yourself like mirror, in that's the first line saying, then second line is saying, Barnau Raghubar Vimal Yash Jodayak Falachar. Then I will describe the spotless glory of Raghubar, that is Ram, which gives 4 fruits. Have you got the 4 fruits? You have done that, and have you got it? Well, then you describe to the whole world that yes, I have got. Then you have every right. What is your truth? Means it has to be your truth. That's what I am saying, not somebody else's truth. That what is my truth, that you have to right to tell word, and you must tell. And, because otherwise, what is not truth, that you will be gripped by that. So we say, what is Sanatan Dharma? Satyam bruyat, priyam bruyat, ma bruyat, satyam priyam. Satyam chana aprim bruyat, esh dharma sanatana. That is very many places how the Sanatan Dharma is described. That Satyam bruyat, you have to speak the truth. Priyam bruyat, Satya bolo, Satyam bruyat, dharmam char. Satyam va dharmam char. Same thing they will tell from any angle you come back, you will come back to yourself. That what is your truth and how to figure this out. Otherwise, everything becomes something for you. And that is how we keep haggling life after life. So this is how it is, that what we have made for ourselves, that this is my journey, and then how we evolve, we choose, and that we become in that one's image. That is the whole journey. You realize fickleness of your being, that I really never existed. Efface yourself, and that is there, and that is Hanuman. That he is saying that I do not see anybody other than Ram. Even if you see the photographs where the Hanuman, Ram, Sita, Lakshman are made, they make a picture. Hanuman will always be looking towards Ram. He is not looking in. Others are looking this side, he will be looking that side. He says, I don't see anything. I just see him. That's all I see. So many stories. Anywhere he is doing, and after this Ravan was killed. So Bibhishan gave so many things to people, everybody. And he was looking in this, there is no Ram, what is the use of? So many things he was distributing. These are just indications that when somebody is so attained, what is the meaning of saying such thing, that somebody gave him some gold coin or something, some jewel. He says, no, Ram is not there, what will I do of this? Then Ram laughed, and then he said, ha. So everywhere Tulsidas is describing how devoted Hanuman is to Ram. And since he is devoted and he is so selfless, that all attributes which are there in Ram, they are appearing in Hanuman. That's how it is. So anywhere, this is like this only. They are telling, if you have truly devoted to some mystic, whatever you have chosen, so then you will become like him and you will cease to be. That is called a moksha. Then despite your being, you ceases to be in your experience that I really don't exist. Then you are free despite being there. It is not that after some death something is happening. It is here and now. Otherwise the story continues. That's how it is. So any scripture if I take, I cannot move beyond one stanza. That's the problem. That's why I don't take up them mostly, because in one only I will put whole. So then people get the cerebral problem that begins, that how to correlate all this. But ultimate is like this. Then efface yourself and God is there. Now whomsoever, what is your God, who is, that is your problem. That is not Guru's problem. That is our own problem. Whom we choose, we ultimately become that. Because the four are one only. There is no, all diversity comes from one. Ekoham, Bahushyami, I am only one, I have become many. So many, from many Upanishads, Vak, anywhere you see they are saying similar thing. That thou art that, Tattvamasi, aap wahi ho, but you do not know it. So you need somebody who will tell you how you are that. That's how it is. So be it Hanuman Chalisa, Ramcharitmanas, Bhagavat, anything. Yes, Bhagavat you take Krishna, 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 Radha, 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 you will. So anywhere, any you take, they take a Ist Devata and say this is all. This is how it is. But in reality, nothing like that. You are that. Everything you are. How you go about it, that is your. Without you being the truth, there is no truth for you.